So I don't even have to be the one to actually point this out. I guess we're all noticing the epidemic that's happening, or I hope this is not gonna turn into a pandemic. Though we're talking about OnlyFans, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of days ago, the founder who made this entire thing up, the guy that actually gave the gifts of this degeneracy, he passed away at age 43. Yeah, like the video if you think OnlyFans should not exist. Dislike the video if you love it, if you think this is the best society, this is good for society. Shout out to the homie Cameron. I want to know your thoughts. Check this.
OnlyFans has completely ruined an entire generation. Dog, when I tell you, nuclear bombs couldn't even do nearly as much damage as what OnlyFans did to our society. Bro, I knew OnlyFans was getting bad when I seen people not even giving life a shot at the age of 18 and going straight to OnlyFans once the clock hit 12. If you thought that Reddit, TikTok, 4chan, and Twitter did damage, just wait till you hear all the damage that OnlyFans has done in this video.
I believe it, bro. I'm sorry, I believe it. I believe it, man. Sitting in 2026, let me know when you're watching this, because right now it's pretty normal. This has been normalized to the point where chicks think that selling their coochie for $5 a month is actually a real thing. Oh, shit. It's a real, yeah, they think it's a real thing. We had numbers a couple of months ago that suggested that majority of the women that does OnlyFans content, they do like 140 to 180 USD a month on average. Obviously you got the outliers doing like millions and millions of dollars, obviously, right? I guess that's what influences like a lot of the new chicks, especially when they turn 18. You know, when you're young, you're kind of dumb, that sort of thing. When they turn 18, they're like, I get it, ding, 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 ding. I'm a dance princess. But after you do it, you're no longer gonna be a dance princess though. Bruh. So don't do it. But you know, when you're young, you're kind of dumb, so these chicks do it, and when they turn 30, the dildo of consequences actually comes in with no lube. So big pause on that, but it actually does. And then they realize,
now, for the first damage that I think OnlyFans has done to society is that it's normalized a lot of weird behavior. We live in a time where people get their back blown out in front of a camera for thousands of people to see, but it's somehow okay because they make a lot of money. That is not normal, and that is not something that we should normalize / celebrate. Look, I understand that these OnlyFans girls be having Lambos, numerous penthouses, a few rollies, and more money than I could ever imagine, but at the same time, they also have zero dignity if they can proudly brag about how their cheeks are getting clapped online for $4.99 a month. Why are we flexing our cheeks getting obliterated online?
Guys, get your Zamzam water, man. Get your holy water, bro. You feel I'm saying? Damn, bro. I never thought that I would be living in a society like that, bro. What the hell? Yeah, and they're also proposing the sin tax. I say bring that in, because that will seriously discourage all of these women doing that, and it's actually good for women. It's actually good for the men too, for all the degenerate men and all the degenerate women that are doing all of that and partaking into all of this stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we definitely need the sin tax, and this might actually help save the crisis, help solve it, because it's a crisis right now.
I just don't think that is just weird to me. Another thing about OnlyFans is that it completely normalized adult
Hey, can't say that.
One of the most frowned upon jobs ever. But OnlyFans has made it completely acceptable. Like, if somebody told you that they did OnlyFans, you genuinely wouldn't be surprised nowadays. But back then, that would have been one of the most shocking things to ever hear. Another weird behavior that OnlyFans has kind of normalized is spawn camping young women until they turn 18. For example, y'all remember when Danielle Bergoli started OnlyFans 1 week after she turned 18, and she made $1 million within just 6 hours of it releasing? That means that there were some grown adults out there that found Danielle Bergoli attractive as a young girl, but they wouldn't necessarily say that. So they chose their next best option, which was to wait for this young girl to turn 18. Now they can see her naked legally. Like, the concept of that being legal is just absolutely strange to me. And whoever bought that OnlyFans once she turned 18,
they need to be locked up, bro. They need to be locked up, keys thrown away, you know, drop them to alligator Alcatraz.
Needs to be locked up ASAP, no Rocky. Like, I just find that insane, because there's no way that the demographic of these people buying Danielle Bergoli's OnlyFans were like maybe 18, 19, 20, 21. They had to be like 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, maybe even some 30-year-olds in there. And we know damn well.
Yeah, I use that meme in the past a lot, bro.
To be like 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, maybe even.
Listen, I'm not gonna claim to know who is buying, but we all know, like, duh. is mostly the men. Now, is it the young bucks buying it? Or is it the older or the boomers buying it? That part, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both. But overall, though, majority are men. And then, you know, you're obviously going to have, like, chicks also buying some of it. But they're going to be in the lower percentages. I guess they are going to buy it just so they can become professional whores and all that. So they're buying it for the love of the game so they can actually learn from it, you know? Yeah, oh my God. My God, indeed. We need the sin tax immediately so we can actually solve this problem, because if there is sin tax of, let's just say, 90% or something like that, yep, that's surely gonna discourage, meaning that if they make $100, they gotta give $90 for the sin tax. Then that is surely gonna discourage, and that's gonna make women great again, I guess, right? That's gonna remove the degeneracy, because, I mean, let's be objective here, like, it's not good for women. It's definitely not good for men. It's good for neither, like, not good for any of us at all. And yeah, a couple of months ago, I believe a year ago at this point, like, data came out and they said that 1.4 million American women are doing OnlyFans right now. So that number is increasing, and it's going parabolic. Is that a word? I heard that somewhere. Hopefully that's not a bad word or anything. Like, hopefully it works in this context. But what I'm trying to get at is the numbers are going up with a furious rate. So it's climbing up. The percentages are going up like crazy. 1.4 million a couple of months ago. It's gonna turn into 10 million, let's just say 5 years from now. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not even unrealistic. That's 100% possible if there is no control, if they do nothing about it. Like, this is just gonna increase the degeneracy even more.
Some 30-year-olds in there. And we know damn well that a lot of these dudes that bought this OnlyFans didn't just randomly stumble across Danielle Bergoli the day that she turned 18. These dudes most definitely found her attractive as a young girl, and they just spawn camped their way until she made this OnlyFans. Dang. Now they can see her naked legally and go ham on the meat. Like, that's crazy to me. That is absolutely insane. There's also numerous TikTok girls out there who have also made OnlyFans once they turned 18, and they made bans because of these weirdos also. Like, it's one of the weird—
How much?
OnlyFans once they turned 18, and they made bans
with over 35k people subscribing to Malu's OnlyFans within the first week of launching. It is estimated she makes anywhere around 200k to 500k per year from her OnlyFans. And that's the part that influences a lot of the young girls, right, to do it, because they see some of them, and it's very few that do make it. Yes, like, some of them are making it, but it's a very small percentage. And yeah, I guess that is what's influencing a lot of the younger girls, because I guess younger girls are really they are easily manipulated and easily influenced, and I guess, like, these chicks are actually you know, talking about the bands they're making, the G's they're making, the money they're making on the TikToks, on the Instagrams. And yeah, chicks be following all of these degenerate OnlyFans models, and they're like, okay, I can do that, dude. Ding, 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 ding. But listen, sweetheart, after you do it, you're no longer gonna be a dad's princess, okay? Yeah, man, that's holy F, man. And you throw away your family name like that, which is just for $5 a month. You throw away your family name for that. You throw away your morals, and you let everybody see your coochie for $5 a month. Hey, man, damn, bro. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, that was definitely not on my bingo card. Society, when it was my time to be an adult, bro. Listen.
Because these weirdos also, like, it's one of the weirdest things ever, and this shouldn't be something that's, like, normal, you know? And as I speak, there's probably some 16-year-old TikTok girl out there that plans to make an OnlyFans once she turns 18, and there's probably tons of creepy old men waiting for that day to happen, which it's disgusting to even think about, if I'm being real. I think the age of OnlyFans should be at least 21, but obviously that never changed, because right now the age to sell adult content is 18 years old, and for OnlyFans to change their age, the whole law would have to change as a whole, and that's never gonna change. And since we're talking about weird behavior from OnlyFans,
I think it should be 25, because the, you know, scientifically proven the you know, the brain continues to grow till the age of 25. For some people it would be a little less or more, you know, give or take, but generally it's 25. And generally speaking, though, like, you know, you start to get some sense around, like, you know, when you're past the age of 25, you're like around 30, and we see like a lot of women actually change their mind, and men do that too, right? Like we grow and we get better most of the time, sometimes not really, but as you get older, you actually learn and adapt, and you get wiser, and you realize, hey man, young and dumb is really is a thing. And for these women, especially when they're 16, 18, easily influenced, easily manipulated. Plus, you also got to factor in, especially if you're a parent watching, right, or maybe you're an OnlyFriend model watching this video. Listen, okay, I get it, but this is a true story. Nowadays, algorithms are really controlling our lives. So yeah, like you know so if you're young and dumb is a thing. You're 16-year-old, 18-year-old. Algorithm is really controlling your life though. But it's gonna be hard to knock some sense into a 16-year-old and 18-year-old, I guess, right? But the algorithm's really getting these people influenced, really getting these women influenced, and as soon as they turn 18, they're like, okay, well, gotta start me that OnlyFans.
There's a lot of lies that goes on with just the business itself. Like, there's a lot of grown women on there lying about being 18 and 19 years old to sell more subscriptions, which is just absolutely insane. Even though those are legal ages, I still think it's weird to lie about your age to sell more subs. For example, do y'all remember that one NPC TikTok girl, Pinky Doll?
I'm in Montreal, and she is from Montreal too. Yeah. People were talking about her like crazy here when this entire situation transpired. But you know, in her case, I don't know if she made an OnlyFans, but like this one was more like a TikTok thing that she was doing. Not as bad as OnlyFans though. Let's be real. She was just it was more like an NPC thing. She was not selling her coochie, unless she wasn't. I didn't know, but I don't know though. So let's
ice cream so good. Ice cream so good. Gang gang.
So she actually used to lie and say that she was 19 years old to sell more subs, when in reality,
she did OnlyFans? Okay, why am I shocked? Why am I shocked? I'm not shocked, but why am I why it sounds like I'm shocked?
she was 27. And this actually happens a ton on Twitter. You'll see mad girls talking about they're the hottest 18-year-old on OnlyFans. Whole time, they're 47 with 6 kids. Like, it's insane. A girl could legit be 67 years old with the saggiest yitties of all time. But for some reason, she's in every Twitter comment section talking about, I'm the hottest 18-year-old on OnlyFans. Yeah, you were the hottest girl. 51 years ago, Sharon. Hang it up. Like I said, I think it's weird to just straight up lie about your age to sell more subs. Like, that's just disgusting. And even the old-ass men out there that are buying these girls OnlyFans, they're also just as disgusting, if not even more disgusting. Now, another reason why
I blame the men, bro. I honestly, bro, if you're around this part of the video, bro, I blame you, man. Not you, come on. If you're not buying, I'm not blaming you, but I'm blaming you, the one, yes, the one that is buying all that crap. You're enabling these chicks out there doing all that. Let's be real, men are buying it, right? There are probably some creepy dudes buying it, like older boomer dudes buying it. With a lot of money, so they don't know where to put their money, so they're like, well, I'm gonna put $5 there and get me some dopamine. I mean, damn, what we doing out here? I need to take a second to shout out you guys, especially. Thank you guys so much. I mean, I'm a dude, so there's that. But thank you guys so much for like actually being members on the channel and not. I don't want to, you know, so I don't have to do the OF stuff. You know, now there's been a crazy situation or crazy timeline. Obviously, I'm a dude, I'm never gonna do it. Even if I was a chick, I would have never done it, okay? But shout out to Paper Trolls, Shabanoti, Degenerate Dad, Joshua, Mark, and Aphrodite for being members. Because you guys want to be members, you don't have to do none of this, guys. Obviously, I say that all the time, but those of you that choose to, thank you guys so much for all the love and supporting the channel the way you do, especially the homie Fred, Ding, Duckworth, Nathan, Matt, and all of you for being members on the channel. All right, let's get back to the content here. Boo Boo, check this.
I think that OnlyFans completely ruined society is because it made the internet even worse for women. Now, y'all are gonna call me a simp and white knight for this, but just hear me out before you run to the comment section talking about my forehead is big. Just wait 1 second.
Yeah, okay, I was noticing that, so he brought it up. I didn't want to say it because it's like a respect thing, right? I didn't want to say any of that because it's a respect thing, and generally, brother look fly. He look good with the glasses. With the hairline, he look good. Yeah, the head is kind of too wide though, but it'd be what it be, man. All of us are kind of discombobulated in one way or the other though, so yeah, you don't have a character customization at birth, so it happens. But nah, brother, look good. You look good, bro. You look good, man. No, I mean, pause. No homo though, no diddy though. I'm just saying as a dude, like, hey, you look good. You look good. So don't
Just
worry
hear
about
me
it.
out. The reason why I say that OnlyFans made the internet even worse for women is because it made dudes comfortable with telling random girls online that they don't even know to make OnlyFans accounts if they find them attractive. It's the weirdest thing ever. Like, if a girl goes viral and she just happens to be attractive, the first thing that dudes are gonna say is to make an OnlyFans. It's the weirdest thing ever. For example, do y'all remember the Home Depot girl? For y'all that don't know, there's basically this girl who went viral on Twitter because she was attractive and she worked at Home Depot. And the first thing that dudes were telling her to do once they saw her was to make an OnlyFans. Like, peep some of these.
We men the problem, bro. Like, not afraid to admit. We men the problem. I'm sorry, we men the problem.
Comments. Hear me out. OnlyFans and you equals rich. If you want to make a OnlyFans, real niggas wouldn't judge you. When OF.
Nah, man, the real ones don't do that kind of crap, bro. The real ones, they are like putting their head down. They're working. They are working. Okay, to build their future, to help their family. You know, putting food on the table, chasing their dreams, putting God first. And doing good shit for society, okay? Those are the real ones. Those are the real brothers, okay? Those are the real brothers. These are not the real ones.
You're telling me that you see an attractive woman online and your first thought is she should make an OnlyFans? Like, I just find that insane.
Bruh.
And honestly, I salute this woman to the fullest because at the end of the day, she chose her morals over money. She could have made life-changing bands off of OnlyFans.
Whoa! Salute! Salute! So she said no to that. Yes, salute. Salute. And let's be real, right? Like, so far, okay, America is like, what, 400 million? Could be wrong, though. You know, I'm talking about, like, the population. I have to Google that, but I'm assuming, like, 400 million, something like that. So, a couple of months ago, the data was 1.4 million women doing it. I mean, still a lot, bro. That is still a crazy number. And obviously, globally, it's even more. But the data was about, like, America alone. So still 1.4 million, crazy, and that is old news. So it's gonna be climbing up for sure. But there are definitely a lot more women saying no to it and not doing it. So respect.
But she just chose to stick with her normal job and just create IG Reels and make YouTube videos when the whole world was telling her to create an OnlyFans. Like, that is hard to do in a world where OnlyFans girls be having Lambos and just regular working women have to.
I mean, not hard to do in a way. Like, if you come from a good family, you got morals, not hard. And if you got common sense that something that you might put on the internet would be there for good forever, and maybe in the future my future partner will find out about it and then don't want to be with me, so let me not do it. You know, if you got common sense, you know, you care for your family, you care for your family name, you know, you have a little bit of respect for yourself, dignity for yourself, you're not gonna do any of that. Let's be real. You're not gonna do any of that. So it's not that hard. But there are other chicks, I guess, they don't care about it, so they're like, yeah, let me just do it. But then a lot of them do regret it. But some of them don't regret it at all, so I guess they're a different breed. So I guess for them it don't matter. I mean, go do you, queen, then. But yeah, it's not that hard. I refuse to believe it's that hard though. But
Toyota Priuses, like, that is a hard task, and this actually happens to a lot of women that create content. Because if you look at their comment section on like IG Reels or maybe TikTok, or maybe even like if a girl is doing a YouTube Q&A, the first question that a lot of dudes are gonna ask is if that girl is gonna make it OnlyFans. Like, bro, it's crazy because if you do have an OnlyFans nowadays, people are gonna tell you to find God, but if you don't have one, people are gonna beg you to make one. Like, it's a lose-lose situation.
We men the problem. Once again, I'm gonna say this: we men the problem.
Another reason why I think OnlyFans made the internet even worse for women is because it also completely ruined Linktree / just women having links in their bio. Like, y'all know how on Instagram, people usually will have like a link in their bio and that link will take you to maybe like a YouTube, Twitch, or maybe even like a clothing brand? Well, it's gotten to the point where if a woman has a Linktree in her bio, the first assumption that a lot of dudes are gonna make, even myself, is that that girl probably has an OnlyFans. When in reality, that girl could just have like a Twitch link in that Linktree, right? But since these OF girls are running so rampant nowadays and you can see them everywhere, every dude is going to automatically assume that any girl with a link in her bio has an OnlyFans. Like, it's sad to say, but it's true. Another reason why I think OnlyFans ruined society is because it gave people this money over morals mindset. If there's one thing that OnlyFans has taught me, it's that people are almost always going to pick that dollar over their morals on any given day. The other day, I seen this post by Ruby Rose that said, "Yo bitch got morals, I got millions." OnlyFans. Well, excuse me, Miss Ruby. I never knew that having no morals was a flex. But at the same time, I don't know what I was supposed to expect from somebody that said, sometimes you have to lie about your age when it comes to NFL players. At 16 years old, she had no morals 10 years ago, and she still has to NFL players. At 16 years old.
Dang. Yeah, I don't know, man. The entire situation is cooked, bro.
She had no morals 10 years ago, and she still has no morals today. It's insane. Don't get me wrong. Money is a really important thing in life, because without money, you can't do a majority of things. But that money shouldn't matter if you don't have any morals, / if it goes against your morals. Like, not all money is good.
We need the syntax, bro. We need the syntax, bro. Yeah, there's gotta be a syntax. Or maybe it's a cope. Am I coping? Am I coping? Is that... I don't think I'm coping though. Yeah, let's be real. Like, this is degenerate behavior, bro. This is degeneracy, yeah. Could you imagine telling this to your grandparents? Even right now, if your grandparents are alive and healthy, could you actually tell them or talk to them face to face? Some of you maybe so, okay? Maybe. But think about it this way, right? Like, this is one of those topics that, yeah, you really can't have a conversation about this type of stuff with your grandparents, sometimes even your parents as well. Yeah, you go back like 20 years and talk about this type of stuff. Oh, hell nah, bro. Like, this was not on anybody's bingo card. Nobody saw this coming, or some saw this coming, but we never thought it would be this bad.
Money. Yeah, that money from OnlyFans might be good, but at the same time, it comes with a greater cost, which is your dignity and future. Like, I swear, people don't even care about their digital footprints anymore. Because, bro, OnlyFans literally leaves a permanent stain on your life. It leaves a mark on your future.
It's forever. Internet's forever.
Future family, and I'm telling you, once your kids find out that you did OnlyFans back in your heyday, that's going to be a pretty odd topic to even talk about. Y'all remember when that one blonde OnlyFans girl, Elle Brooke, was on Piers Morgan, and she was basically saying how her kids are gonna cry in a Ferrari once they figure out that she did OnlyFans?
How would you feel when you want to have kids yourself?
Well, I mean, I don't really want kids right now. But at least
you will do. How old are you?
25.
Right, so you will do at some stage, probably, right?
Maybe.
When you do, you're going to be proud that you have your little ones and they look at you and go, didn't you want to be a lawyer, mummy? What happened?
Yeah.
And you go, here, but look at all my stuff.
They can cry in a Ferrari.
There you go.
Bomba.
Like, yeah, don't get me wrong.
Guys, I'm not sure if you saw this or not. This video was absolutely insane. It's a crazy one. Check out this video on the screen and I'll see you right there. Yeah, don't skip on this one. It was absolutely wild.